belly up. So I think it's always best to lead with your weaknesses to see how people take advantage of that. And you know right away the character of someone's core values when you lead with your weaknesses and how they respond to that. So I just have a lot of issues with people rejecting me because I have too many things or too many weaknesses, for example. And it's just been my routine. I've always done it. Even during my lawsuits, I am belly first. Like, I know all of my own weaknesses and I know what I've contributed to this. And even with my contributions that I'm fully aware of, I still am here asking for this treatment to change or for compensation to be to be sent my way. If someone was going to ask me for help, I would want to know that they did their best. Some people never ask for help at all and jump off a bridge. And that's the reality that we face. I am like horrified at how low I have been since I decided to go back to school. Horrified. Like I look through my Facebook and when I go through my profile pictures, all I see are people that have commented on my things that are no longer my friends, more than likely because they couldn't handle me always being in trauma mode, or I snapped on them because I didn't feel like they were a good enough friend during a time that I really needed people in my life to help me. And I took a lot of things personally and pushed a lot of people away. You know, if they didn't leave voluntarily after seeing all the bullshit that was going on because they don't want to be around that, I definitely pushed them. You know, even people that reached out to try and help me, you know, some of them would start up with like, oh, have you tried this? Like option A? And I would just snap. Don't know what it's like, looking it up online maybe, trying to find solutions the way I did the first time it happened to me, kind of thing. Like, you know, I think that's kind of what people did. And, you know, they imagine themselves in my shoes and they're like, oh no, that must be so bad. What would I do in his shoes? And they look up everything I already did. And they're like, oh, did you call this person? And I'm like, honey, I'm at the point of like calling the director there. Like, I'm like down here. And they actually get offended that I'm snappy about it. And I am snappy. Like just now, I can't handle it. I'm like, have you read anything that I've been doing? Like, are you just tuning into the radio station a year later and offering me step one, acting like I haven't already done step one? Like, I've already done all of the steps before I'm at this point. And it shows you've never been here, because if you have been here, you would know that by the time people get to where I am, they've already exhausted everything that they can do on their own. I think that if you're gonna ask somebody if they need help, you can start by, you know, looking at what they've done. If it's hard to gather or all over the place, you can ask them, you know, what have you done so far? Is there anything I can do? You don't sit there and try and guess and project how you would feel if you were in those shoes, but you've never been there yourself, and try to be detective and try to figure it out for them, because it's not the right way to help somebody. If you really want to help somebody that is in that kind of state of place, telling them what they should do is not you're not going to get a happy response. Especially if you tell them with such such ignorance over the whole situation, and you've never actually been in that situation. So it's like, and you can tell. So what have you done? Is there anything I can do to help? How can I help? Is there anything I can take off your chest? Can I call anyone for you? That's really the best way. Can I call anyone for you? Can I take any of your own work off of you? Can you tell me what you've already done? Maybe I know something that you haven't tried. Even the professionals that have tried to help me will get to the end of everything that I've already done and will say to me, wow, you've really exhausted everything. I can't think of anything else. You've tried everything. So if even professionals are coming to me and saying, wow, like, I can't believe it, how much you've done, then I'm not sure if, like, somebody on Facebook who's never been through it or has any experience is going to be able to figure it out. So I barked at a lot of people. I think I assumed that they should know that. I was like, isn't this common sense? Like, no. I'm so arrogant about it right now too. Like, I know that when it comes to these kinds of things, I'm a fucking elitist. I'm not proud to be an elitist over trauma though. Or, like, that's not, like, bulldozing through it. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud that, hey, oh my God, I'm like the best bulldozer in the world. Tasty. Nobody that I knew in Canada could help me the way that I needed. Not the system, not friends, not family. Everybody was maxed out. Everybody. Nobody could help me.